Well, it's Tech for Hire. I believe he's going to bore us again with his bullshit.
Hey YouTube, Tech for Hire here. Yes, it has been a while since my last video. Actually, I should say since my last riding video. It is actually kind of nice today, so I'm going to brave the heat and ride. Right now it's only like 70 degrees. Later on it's supposed to be just over 90. I think 92. So I think it's worth the risk to go for a ride. I missed my baby. Oh yeah. It's like a comfortable pair of shorts, you know? You just put it on, it's like, I'm home. This is the first actual ride I'm gonna do since putting on the decap pipe. You know, I rode it around my neighborhood, but didn't actually take it on the freeway. So we're gonna see if how this thing acts. And I'm running a little late to work, and your guys are gonna be like normal, but I have an excuse this time. Apparently at my work there's a bomb threat, so they're not letting anybody into the building anyways. So I'm just avoiding all the unnecessariness of dealing with a bomb threat. So, you know, it is what it is. When you work where I work, you get crazy people all the time. So, yeah, I have to deal with them on a daily basis. But yeah, so what's been going on? Why haven't I been doing videos? Well, mainly it's because of the heat. Because, you know, it's just too darn ridiculous to ride a black bike, a black jacket, black helmet, and 100-degree heat. It don't make no sense. If you don't have to do it, why do it? So I have another vehicle to get me to and from work when it rains and when it's too hot. So I enjoy the wonderful AC that my car has to offer. Well, you know, I have a car and a truck, but my car's AC is much better than my truck's AC. I gotta admit that. I mean, it is 3 years newer, but I just had it recharged in my truck, and it seemed to be better, but still it's not great. Not nearly like my car. My car, I put it on, and after 5 minutes I want to turn it off because it's too cold. They may be wondering, like, hey, what's with that guy? Well, I haven't posted it up yet, but I did a video about one of those cheapy fake GoPro cameras, and I bought one interested in not necessarily replacing, but adding on to the GoPro that I'm currently using right now. And the point was to like get another shot, you know, an alternate angle while riding, specifically staring at me. You can look at me and see my gear and see my helmet and all that good stuff, but the camera kind of sucks, and you know, it like you don't know if it's really on or not. So I don't know. I posted, you know, I put it here so that way I can, you know, actually mount the camera, but I haven't decided if I'm actually going to use that camera or not. So I may do one video just to test it out, see how it looks. But I don't think I would do a whole video of you just staring at my face, because who wants to stare at my face? Not me. But you never know. You never know. I am so freaking hungry. Well, that's kind of the other thing that was going on. My grandmother passed away, which is not a laughing matter. It totally sucks, but she's in a better place. So, you know, I'm very, very happy that she's finally no longer in pain and all that good stuff. But, you know, I just drove up there to go visit, you know, my mom and go to the funeral and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, that was a good 19-hour drive back and forth. So I wound up getting food poisoning on the drive up there. And if you've ever had like a 9.5 to 10-hour drive and have to shit, that is not fun. So yeah, I haven't eaten in a couple days just because, you know, I couldn't hold it down. And that's just kind of the joys of eating junk food. I was not too happy about it because I had it twice. I ate at one food place and I got sick, and I didn't eat anything for the rest of the day, and then the next day I thought I was cleared, so then I ate junk food again, and then I got sick again. So I don't know if my stomach was like, no, I'm not ready. But yeah, so being sick on top of being tired from the drive and dealing with funeral stuff, you know, I'm just glad it's over. I'm back at work now. Well, on my way to work, but you know what I mean. I'll tell you, this bike does sound pretty good. It still doesn't have that low grumble that I'm looking for. So I do think I am going to have to need to put a muffler on this thing. You know, take the factory one off. And I haven't liked the Vance & Hines. It doesn't sound very good. So I think I'm going to have to try that gasser exhaust. That may be what I want to do. But, you know, what I'm looking at doing is if I'm going to put the exhaust on, I'm probably going to black out the exhaust. So that means I need to get the headers, which you technically can't buy anywhere. So I'm going to have to get those, and then I'm going to have to buy the rear section. So I don't think Gasser Customs sells the headers yet. I think they're just the rear section of the exhaust, which is fine. You know, I mean, I could just always buy it on eBay or something. And I think I've given up on the idea of changing the gas tank and putting a 3.7 gallon gas tank or 3.4 gallon gas tank on this thing, because I worked it out, and so far I'm only getting like 42 miles per gallon in this thing. So you're talking about adding less than a gallon of gasoline to your range. So you're talking maybe an increase of 30 miles. So, I mean, which actually doesn't sound that bad, but that 30 miles is going to cost you probably like $1,200 to get, because the gas tank itself, from the parts bin that I saw, it was like $805 for the gas tank in black. So I don't know if you're going to need a new fuel sender and all that stuff. If I can pull what's in this gas tank out and put it in that gas tank, more than likely no. So I'd probably have to buy that stuff, which is another couple $100. And then the other problem to that is the computer is going to have to learn that it has a larger gas tank. So where exactly do I change that? You know, I'm going to have the computer set up at some place. Well, that's probably going to be another couple $100. You know, I just think, you know, $1,500 for an increase in 30 miles, probably not worth it. Are you gonna change lanes, moron? How about a blinker? Where are you? Asian. Asian! Yep. Fucking moron. But, yeah, for an increase in maybe 30 miles, I just, you know, I'd rather just get out and stop. You know what I'm saying? $1,500 can buy a complete exhaust system and part of the headlight that I want to get. So, unless somebody comes out with a cheaper option, then I'm probably not going to worry about it. Alright, freeway time. She's definitely got more grunt. Yeah, you could feel that on acceleration. It's decat definitely opens her up a little bit. Definitely makes it nice. I gotta adjust my mirrors because I'm getting like my elbow and then part of the car behind me. And my voice is shaking. Feels a little bit more windy than normal, but I haven't ridden in a while, so it's kind of hard for me to really know. Hopefully it's not too windy for you guys. I totally had to hock a loogie right there. I had to swallow it. Not delicious. Not the kind of nutrients I was looking for in the morning. I wonder what the hell they're doing over here. There's a canal back there, and it looks like they're just increasing the sides and adding concrete to it. I don't get what the point is, but I'm not like a structural engineer or anything, so I have no idea. No clue. Oh my gosh. I was so, I wouldn't say pissed, because I wasn't like in a rush or anything, but like driving to and from my grandmother's place, you know, like I said, it's like 9.5 hours each way. People would not move out of the way. Like, in some countries, it's like illegal to just drive in the left-hand lane. You have to, the left lane is for passing only. You pass a car, then you get back over to the right-hand side. Well, obviously, the United States, with the exception of Nevada, because Nevada just changed their law, you have to, you can stay in the left-hand lane if you want to. But we have signs that say, slower traffic, move right. Well, dare I say assholes? Should I? I think I should. Assholes take the stance, well, the maximum speed limit that you're supposed to go is 65 miles an hour. So the fastest somebody should travel in the furthest left-hand lane is 65 miles an hour. So if I'm in the left-hand lane, I can travel at 65 miles an hour, and if you're trying to pass me, you're breaking the law, so I don't have to move. Well, to you, sir, I say, fuck you. Fuck you very much. Because, you know what? Flow of traffic, like when I was going, doing my drive, I was clocking like 80, 85 miles an hour most of the time, and there were people passing me like I was standing still. So, you know, I would move out of the way just because, like, shit, they are either in a hurry or want to be a dick or whatever. So I'm just going to move out the way so I don't I don't cause an accident. But most people just sit in the left-hand lane, and it was Asian people, minivans, Priuses. This guy's really getting past me. Priuses and old white ladies. And I don't mean like elderly white ladies. I mean just like, you know, late 40s, early 50s white women just did not want to move over. And when you pass them, they just give you that look like, yeah, you're not supposed to go that fast. And it's I just want to take each one of those people, pull them out of the car, and just bitch slap them a couple times, you know? A couple times right across the face. You know, no real harm, just enough. Let them know you're stupid. But yes, that made the drive even longer because you have to wait for them to move out of the way, and then you had the problem with truckers. You know, a trucker going 52 miles an hour and another trucker going 53 miles an hour who decides to pass the 52 mile an hour vehicle or truck, and so it's like the world's slowest race on the freeway, and it just backs everything up. And it's like, you know, these guys are doing that shit on purpose. It's like, hey, that guy's going too fast. I'm gonna fuck up his day, and I'm gonna drive slow. It's like, just move over. Yeah. So that was my time. But I was smart. I waxed my car before I went that way because I knew I was going to hit a shit ton of bugs. I mean, it's out in the country and stuff, so I waxed my car that way. Tonight when I clean off all those bugs, it's going to slide right off. It's not going to like embed in the paint, and then I'll have to use rubbing compound. I'll just be able to wipe it off. Wipe it off. It's what we call preventative maintenance. Well, it's not really maintenance, but you know. Tesla. Oh, that was an illegal left-hand turn. I'm telling. I don't know who I'm going to tell, but yeah, the bike does sound good. It does sound good. It sounds like it sounds stock, but just lower, like a lower pitch. So, if you like the stock sound of the bike and want something just a little bit more aggressive, do the D-Cat. It's super easy, it's cheap, and it gives you a fairly decent sound. Like, I want something a little bit more aggressive, and this isn't aggressive enough. So, I mean, on wide open throttle, of course it's going to sound good, but how many times are you going wide open throttle on your motorcycle, you know, and not trying to kill yourself? Hear that? Say, that sounds good. Just as I said, I'm going to go wide open throttle. We'll see if they opened all this stuff up yet. Probably not. What's up, man?
Morning.
They still got it closed down? Good times.
Yeah, they had to do a bomb call out and all kinds of shenanigans, so I don't know when they're going to open it up, but they're having everybody go to like 18th and I and park in the structure, or if you can find a spot up front real quick.
Okay.
Alright?
Alright, so go around this way, right?
Yeah, this is blocked off.
Okay.
So back out onto Truxton.
Okay, thanks.
Have a good day.
You too. Well, that answers that question. Apparently they still have it blocked off. Let's see if I can find a parking spot. If not, I can park right there. Do. Stop picking your eyeball and drive. Shoot. The nice part about a bike is you can kind of park anywhere. Let's go ahead and lock that puppy.
Hey guys, thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please feel free to subscribe down below. Click on any one of the links for some other videos. You can see what I've been up to. If you have any questions, just click away.